Hi there, Rick with Smart Drive Test, talking to you today about calculating the work cycle for your logbook. Regardless of whether you're in Canada or the United States, the principles for calculating how many hours you have worked in a logbook cycle are the same. We're going to go over that today because if you get pulled into a scale, get pulled over by authorities, the first thing they're going to do is check your work cycle and make sure that you have not exceeded the hours for that cycle in which you're working. If you exceed the hours for the work cycle, you're going to get a fine. You're going to end up working the day for free. We'll be right back to talk to you about that. Hi there, Rick. Welcome back. Today, talking to you about calculating the number of hours you've worked in a work cycle. Regardless of whether you're working in Canada or the United States, the principles for calculating the work cycle are the same. In Canada, there are two work cycles, 70 hours in 7 days, 120 hours in 14 days. As I insist, as I tell people, do not work on cycle 2 in Canada. There is no point, because in cycle 1, it's a rolling cycle. And in order to set cycle 1, you have to take 36 hours off. In cycle 2, you have to take 24 hours off before attaining 70 hours in 7 days. So you might as well take another 12 off and reset cycle 1. So there's no point running cycle 2 in Canada. However, the principles for calculating 120 hours in 14 days are the same. In the States, 60 hours in 7 days, 70 hours in 8 days. Those are the cycles in the United States. And as I said, the principles for calculating any one of those 4 cycles is the same. So we're going to show you how to do that. Logbooks that you buy in the truck stop or are given to you by your company have enough sheets for 1 month. As you can see with this calculator of calculating how many hours you worked in the last 7 days, there's space for 31 days. You take the 6 days from the preceding month and put them in the slots here right at the top. So the last 6 days. So in column A, you put the 6 numbers in, you figure out how many hours you worked in the last 6 days. Column B, subtract that number from column A from 70 hours, and that will tell you how many hours you have available to work tomorrow.
The hours you work tomorrow go in slot number 1, 12 hours. You calculate the hours for the last 6 days and put it in column A. So the hours drop off, so you have 62 hours for the last 6 days, and then you subtract 62 from 70 will give you 8 hours you can work tomorrow, and the total hours for the last 7 days is 70 hours. The next day you work 8 hours on day 2, calculate out the last 6 days, which gives you 60 hours. Subtract 60 from 70, you have 10 hours to work tomorrow, and then calculate the last 7 days, which gives you 70 hours.
Now, what you're going to notice as we go through this and do more numbers and add more numbers to the column, that this is a rolling 7 days. Rolling 7 days. You don't go to 7 days and then have to take 36 hours off to reset cycle 1. As many people in the trucking industry believe. They believe that when you get to 70 hours in 7 days, you have to take 36 hours off and reset cycle 1. It doesn't work like that. It's a rolling 7 days. So every time you put another day on, you scratch the number off from the 8 days ago. Put another number on, scratch the number off. So the cycle keeps rolling. So this is the reason why I tell you that not to work in cycle 2. There's no advantage to working in cycle 2, because before you accumulate 70 hours in cycle 2, you have to take 24 hours off. Well, if you're going to take 24 hours off, you might as well take another 12 off and reset cycle 1 and carry on. The other thing about cycle 1 is that if you work 13 hours over a 5-day period, that's 65 to 70 hours. Works out well for long haul truck driving, that they work you hard for 5 days, send you home for the weekend, reset the cycle, and send you hard for another 5 days. It's a rolling 7-day cycle. Fill out exactly what the formula is on the calculator, on the sheet on the inside of your logbook. Stay safe, keep within that 70 hours in 7 days. So in conclusion, figuring out the number of hours that you've worked in a work cycle. 70 hours in 7 days in Canada, 120 hours in 14 days In the United States, 60 hours in 7 days or 70 hours in 8 days. It is important to know how many hours you've worked in your work cycle so you don't violate hours of service regulations, don't get a fine, and don't end up working for free. As well, the other way to keep yourself making money, according to logbooks, you have to know how many hours you have available to work in your work cycle so you can keep dispatching for them. Dispatch can match you up with loads that are appropriate to the number of hours that you have available to work and keep you moving down the road. Also important for bus drivers so that you can meet your schedules, work cycles, hours of service regulations. Don't get a violation. This is one of the most common ways that drivers get a violation according to hours of service regulations. They exceed the number of hours that they're available to work in their work cycle. Keep track of it, figure it out. Keep yourself moving up and down the road according to hours of service regulations. Keep yourself safe. So thanks for watching. If you like what you saw here, the complete course is over at my website. You can find the link here. All of the videos, rules for logbooks written down, exercises on calculating work cycles, true-false questions, multiple choice questions, all of that related to the exercises to reinforce the lessons and objectives of the lessons. At the end of the course, you'll get a certificate of completion, all of that for less than $25. I'm Rick with Smart Drive Test. If you like the channel, subscribe below, hit that like button over there. Also hit the red button, that's the subscribe button. It's over there or it's down there, whichever. Pick one. Have fun, click away. Just subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Rick with Smart Drive Test. Have a great day. Bye now.